In this video, we are going to revise the chapter of Globalization and the Indian Economy, chapter 4. Well, this is the first part. Before talking about globalization, let's see what was the production across the country. Well, trade was the main channel connecting distant countries. That is because till the middle of 20th century, the production was largely organized in countries. But after which, there were raw materials being exported and finished goods being imported. Mainly in India, this was the scenario, like the raw materials were going out of the country, exporting was being done, and the finished product was being imported because of lack of the technology or knowledge about product producing the material finished goods inside the country. But with the trade, many distant countries become close to each other, and with the entry of huge companies, large companies called the MNCs or the multinational companies, multinational corporations, the trade become much more easier. MNC is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation. That is not only in, suppose for example there is an MNC in India, then it doesn't mean it is just working in India. It has many branches, it has many offices throughout the world. It may be having an office in USA, it may be having an office in Mexico, in China, in Japan. It will be having in various different countries. The reason is that the cost of production has to be reduced. Then only the profit can be increased, right? Or else if the product's rate the cost of the product the selling price of the product is too high, then there is no one to purchase it. So instead of increasing the selling price, you can just reduce the cost of production, which will help you to sustain your profit rates or to increase your profit rates. So these MNCs establish their offices in such areas where um they get the production at a very low cost. Well, talking about the interlinking production across the country, MNCs set up production where it is close to the markets. As I said now earlier, for production across the countries, MNCs establish in those areas where the production cost is low. That is, here the production is done very close to the market. That is where you get skilled and unskilled laborers at a very low cost, and there are these skilled and unskilled laborers are available throughout the year at a very low cost and throughout the year. Then that will be more profitable, right? Even there is the factors of production other than land or money. We have labor, we get the entrepreneurial aspect factor also here, which is assured. Then in such conditions, there are chances to get higher profits, right? When for instance, when we see about a company, for example, has an office in India, the Indians are very good at brains, so the technical IT field of people are over here in India. In China, we get the electronics and technological things over there. Then the assembling is done in some other country, for example Mexico or something. Then after getting all these uh, factors of production from India, you get the concept. From China, you get the material ready. From Mexico, you assemble everything and then you sell it. As an MNC, you sell it throughout the world, then definitely you're going to get a very good amount of profit. Instead of it, if the MNC is if it wasn't an MNC and it just wanted to work in a single place, then the cost would have been increased, because it would have to bring skilled workers or laborers to that place. Then it had to get the materials from various places and prepare them in on that place. Then it had to, every kind of manifestation had to be done over there, and then it would have to sell it throughout the world. Then that would have increased the selling price. to increase the profit, which may lead to lesser profit. But with this, the cost could be reduced because of the closeness to the market and the lower cost for the labor and other factors of production. Now, MNCs also provide money for additional investments. That means if an MNC feels that it is able to get the targeted profits in a year with the present scenario, then it will invest much more on the assets and the properties for much more bigger production, which means that the MNCs are ready to add in their investments. Well, investment means we all know, right, what investments mean. Investments means the money is spent to buy the assets such as land, building, machineries, or other equipments. So these are the investments made. And when the investment is made by the MNC for any country, that becomes a foreign investment. If any MNC comes into India and it just makes investment in India for the land, then it becomes the foreign investment for India. Okay. Next is the foreign trade and integration. Well, when we talk about the foreign trade and integration, it is seen that foreign trade creates various kinds of opportunities for the producers to reach beyond the domestic market. That means if for example, uh, oh, we have the Rajasthani work this what we call lamp makers, right? They have the local market in Rajasthan in India, but when they think of trading it outside of India, they get a very huge market, and even there are chances that they get a much better prices than in India, which can increase their profitability. So that is what it gives us. The foreign trade gives a chance for a bigger market, which helps to get into another country's market and work through competition between other markets or other local markets over there. You are having a market in India in your state, but when you go outside, for example, if you go to China, there you are competing with the products produced by them, by the Chinese over there. So you get a much bigger market, right? So that is said over here that the foreign trade creates opportunity also by the integration of the market. So hope so you have understood this topics. If you have liked, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.